Netherlands assistant coach Lloyd Gardner. And Belgium, no doubt the standard team to set the standard on this court yesterday. Belarus put so much in on defense, lacked quality on offense. What can we expect from this one today?
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Great to be here again. I think both teams will take satisfaction from yesterday, even though, Belgium was the team that got the victory, Belarus not. I think both coaches will be happy. Belarus put together a very good performance. They just didn't quite have enough to get over the hump against Serbia. And then for Belgium, yes, they got the win, but really, they had one player to thank for that, and that was Emma Messman. Without her, there's a distinct different outcome in that game.
Yesterday against the host Serbia, Belarus dug deep to stay in the game for so long. They survived foul trouble, injury to key players and the partisan crowd all the way until Petrovic's game winner for Serbia in the final 2 seconds. They battled for a game day one high of 19 offensive rebounds as well as 8 steals and 4 blocks, but ultimately paid the price for poor shooting, just 37% inside, 18% from long range and 69% from the foul line.
I thought they did a really good job on the defensive end through long stretches yesterday. Belarus, though, they really had a game plan and stuck to it. They executed the scout very well indeed. Credit to the coaching staff, and that's something, again, they're going to have to do today to try and slow down this Belgian team. Belarus like to control the tempo. Yesterday, Belgium 15-0 in fast break points.
Absolutely. Yesterday against Russia, they always seem to have a degree of control. Belgium, despite a slender lead for the majority, they pulled away with a 9-0 run in the final 6 minutes to win it by 13. They protected the ball fairly well with 11 turnovers, and the 18 turnovers they forced on Russia helped lead to 8 extra field goal attempts, as well as the 15-0 fast break count that you're talking about, Lloyd.
Yeah, as I said, I thought it was a solid Belgian performance, or a solid Belgium game, but they're going to want a better performance. They're going to want to play better today, second game in, and they're going to need to play better than they did yesterday as the tournament advances. Yesterday they had just a superb individual performance from Emma Messman. They might not get that every day.
Let's pause for a moment now for the national anthems of Belgium and Belarus. It's game day 2 at Women's EuroBasket 2019 here in Group D. Reigning bronze medalist Belgium gunning for gold at this year's tournament. 2007 bronze medalist Belarus looking to fire their way towards a first win of the campaign. Myself, Tim Long, alongside GB men's assistant coach Lloyd Garner to call the action here in Zrenjanin, Serbia. And Belgium now on an 8-game winning streak in the group phase of this competition. And that after losing 19 of the previous 20 at this stage. The average age of this group of players, the youngest of the 4 nations here in Group D at just 26. And there's very much the feeling, Lloyd, that they're hitting their prime now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they have a really good blend between that youth and experience. They do have a big core of young players, but they have, you know, the veteran leadership of Van Wouters as well.
Belarus have lost 9 of their last 10 at EuroBasket now, including their last 6 in a row. We'll see their roster first. Anastasia Veremienko and Maria Papova both finished with double-doubles in defeat yesterday. Tatiana Viktarovic wasn't too far off as well with 9 points and 8 boards, but they didn't get much help from elsewhere. The rest of the team shot just 7 of 37 from the field. Alex Bentley had a team-high 4 assists, but also 4 turnovers.
There were some changes in the starting lineup for Belarus today. Bentley comes in. She has to be a key. You talked about the shooting percentages of the team. They need to get more performance. Yesterday, though, this is the player that stood out for me. Maria Papova, you know, a superb performance, 10 points, 10 rebounds, but she played the vast percentage of the game in foul trouble. A really mature performance from the 24-year-old.
For Belgium, Emma Messerman, what a performance from her. The second top scorer of all players in qualifying, averaging 24.3 points. And she bettered that with 29 here yesterday. The superstar on this roster, Kim Mesdag, backed her up with 11 points, 4 assists and 4 steals. And young point guard Julie Almond continued her fine playmaking form at major tournaments with 6 assists.
Well, there's the lineup. As you said, it's all about Emma Messerman, really. She has come into this tournament off the back of 2 all-star performances in major competitions in 2017, 2018, and those numbers just incredible. Top 10 yesterday, scorer, rebounder, and in blocks. So you can see the impact that she's had already in this tournament. You know, the question is who outside of her has the impact for Belgium. You know, yesterday she shot 58% from the field, the rest of the team shot 30. So somebody else is going to have to step up. Great opportunity for them today.
Belarus have reached the semi-finals in 3 of their 6 previous appearances in this competition. Led into this one by Natalia Trafimova. They have tailed off in recent years, though. They lost all 3 games in 2017, suffered another defeat here yesterday as well. And in contrast, Belgian basketball in the ascendancy. The last EuroBasket was their first ever podium finish at any major tournament, beating Italy in the quarterfinals before losing to eventual champion Spain in the semis. But they responded with a resounding win over Greece in that 3rd place game. And looking to continue and remain in the ascendancy here in 2019. And they're looking to make it 2 wins from 2 and guarantee their place in the knockout stages of the 2019 Women's EuroBasket. Belarus, despite their defeat yesterday, showed plenty of promise. They're desperate to get that 1 win that could keep them in the competition beyond this week. No doubt who the favourites are, but Belarus did show incredible courage and character to push Serbia right down to the wire. And they'll need to dig deep and do the same against this young, up-and-coming, confident Belgian team that is really riding a wave of momentum and so well supported on the road here in Zrenjanin, Serbia. And that support, Lloyd, will play a big part. What we didn't really see yesterday is how many were here supporting Belarus as well, because, of course, they were swamped by this big Serbian crowd.
Yeah, and there's a few flags in attendance today. I'd say it's probably about 50-50 between these 2 teams. So, yeah, both got something to cheer for Belarus. 0-2 start makes it very difficult for that final game against Russia for them in 2 days' time. How they would love to get a victory here, and how it would change the dynamic of this group should they do it.
Here we go then, the first possession. Here's Belgium's. Elmond moving the ball on to Delar. Delar prodding and probing from the perimeter. Mesdag across to the far side. Getting in free, looking to get going early on was Linskins, not able to get the roll. And Belarus come away.
Well, they went to Linskins early. She had a tough day yesterday, didn't really get going. They were trying to get her some confidence, I think.
Papova off the mark with the first for Belarus. One of two players to score a double-double for Belarus yesterday, along with Anastasia Veromienko, of course. 13 points, 10 rebounds for her. Linskins the handoff here on the perimeter. On the move as well, down that baseline again, rejected. And out of bounds, it will remain Belgian ball.
They don't have the physical weapons you would expect from a really good defensive team, but Belarus always so smart. Said always know the scouting report, they always execute it really well.
Elmon, the young playmaker, to the corner, off the side of the backboard on a three-point shot thrown up there by Mestag, who was shooting 47% from downtown in qualifying. He's slicing all the way through the defense, but missing at the other end, Alex Bentley.
Well, that is what they need, better than yesterday. Bentley, 2 of 12 from the field yesterday, and I look to her in Stetsina as well to step up and have an impact for Belarus offensively.
They backed off Delange. She can't make them pay. Offensive rebound for Messerman, though, although it's Belarus ball.
Pace suits Belarus. They're really good at setting the tempo in the game, making it half court, not really giving you that ability to run and play with numbers. Already, I think these first couple of minutes are in favour of Belarus.
Snitsner across to the far side. Can they get the first score now? Yes, they can. Driving in the left-hand layup from Papova.
And that's where she is just so versatile. It's a word we used for Emma Messman yesterday, but Papova has her own versatility as well.
Mestag moving it on to Linskin, seeing plenty of the ball in the opening 2 minutes. Delar spinning in the lane. Back out it goes. Almond. Linskins with the shot clock winding down. Takes on the outside shot and hits it.
Struggled from around the ring, Linskins, in the first 2 games, but shows that versatility she does have.
She only had 4 points yesterday, but did have 5 rebounds and a couple of assists as well. There's the turnover from Belarus. Belgium looking to come forward and take their first lead. Almond to shoot the 3. No. Rebound grabbed by Bentley.
That's the problem with turnovers. It does give that opportunity to run for Belgium.
Nice back pass from Bentley coming in far side. Papova blocked off by Linskins, though. The free player on this near side driving in is Lektarovic, knocked away. And Belgium putting up a big defensive wall. Messerman across to Delar. Delar will take on another three-pointer. Messerman another offensive rebound. Up against Lektarovic. Touch pass from Almond. Delar crossover into the lane. Left hand off the glass. Lovely finish.
Good finish from Delar. That's what she does. Slices so well. Getting to the ring. They are daring her to shoot from the outside. She hasn't been able to hit those, but if she gets that lane, she's a tough handle off the dribble.
Going to work one-on-one in the paint and doing so well, Victoria Gasper.
Belgium, poor one-on-one defense so far. You know, just a low post move, far too easy to the middle. Remember the other finish from Papova as well. She just went right past Messman on the perimeter.
Gasper was the other player who played long minutes in foul trouble for Belarus yesterday. 8 points in 20 minutes on court, but she picked up 3 fouls very early. Shot clock winding down here for another outside shot, and this time it goes for Mestag.
The three-point shot is vital for both these two teams. Belgium didn't really get going yesterday, and you kind of talked about the struggles that Belarus had. And I think both teams will be looking to handcuff themselves from the three-point line today.
You know, Mestag can get going. She had 31 and 28-point games against Germany in qualifying. 11 points yesterday, but only 5 of 14 from the field. Snitsner misses from the far side, and there's a whistle underneath. And the first foul of the game comes after 4 minutes plus.
It's interesting. We talked about the short rotation of Belarus. You know, Belgium a lot deeper. But you look at the spread of minutes yesterday, and surprisingly, Belgium had 4 players played over 30 minutes. Belarus only had 3. So actually, when you look at the minutes, Belgium had that tough game as well. They didn't really get deep into the rotation for a lot of minutes. Had a bit longer to rest, perhaps, than the Belarus team.
Miss at the end of the shot clock there. Must have just touched the rim. It wasn't far off missing at all, but another offensive rebound from Papova. Here's Bentley. Crosses over. Step back three-pointer. Lovely from Bentley.
And that is what she has to add. 0 of 4 she was. I said 2 of 12 overall. That's what we need. If you're looking for a tight game here, she's going to have to step up.
Mestag. You sit from the outside already as well. Almond now. Midway point of the first quarter. Nothing to separate these two yet. Linskin's trying to squeeze it through towards Messerman. And a foul. We've not seen too much of Emma Messerman just yet.
She did so much yesterday. She needs to, can't expect her to carry the load all the time. And that's the question for Belgium when she isn't able to have a game like she did yesterday, because you can't expect that every time out. Who is going to step up for them?
It wasn't just the 29 points, but 9 rebounds, 2 steals and 2 blocks as well. Very efficient for those points. 10 of 17 from the field, 7 of 7 from the line for Messerman. Almond swings it across. There's Messerman's pass this time. Tipped away. He was aiming for Wouters, who'd just come in off the bench. The passing lane blocked off. Bentley on the burst down the floor. Snitzener. Snitzener will drive the lane. There's the pass to Papova. Koromienko in as well, hands it off. Bentley takes the long 2. Koromienko underneath it. Over the top of Messerman to win the rebound. Free player, far side, 3-point shot. Liktarovic wouldn't drop. And Belgium really struggling on the boards right now.
Oh, the energy play is all in favour of Belarus. I haven't been impressed with this Belgium defence. I don't think Coach Mestag will be too happy with the performance of his team on that end of the floor so far. They're a step slow to everything, and Belarus, who played late last night, short turnaround from today, they're the ones with the better energy right now. Belgium going to have to do something, or they're going to find themselves in, in one of those games that you don't want to be in, against the team which has some momentum, has energy against you.
There's real personality about this Belarus team. They will scrap and claw and fight every second that they're on the court. And Papova puts them ahead from the line. Ramanen for the first time, now Almond. Wouters, the veteran, looking to drive to the baseline and throw up a layup attempt that was from a tight angle and over the top of the rim, and Bentley will try and take advantage here. Got bumped on her way to the basket, but still put it in. What a start from Bentley.
That's the difference that she has for this Belarus team. The ability to create just on her own out of nothing. That's the score.
She's got more points in the first quarter of this one than she had in the whole game yesterday, but Mestag answering back with her second triple.
Came in known as a shooter, known as a player that could really knock it down. Yesterday we didn't see it at all. Couldn't get into the game. She seemed really frustrated. She'll be delighted to have started so much better today.
Snitzener on the turnaround, lovely shot.
And there's another player who also had her frustrations yesterday, dislocated her finger late on in the game, came back out. Seems to be okay today, though.
She was only 2 of 12 from the field as well yesterday. Rama. Almond. Shot clock to the final 5. Almond going through the gears and turning on the afterburners. Just a 1-point differential heading to the final 3 minutes of the first quarter. Bentley, she's going to take on another, not this time. Snitzener might get a chance. And she'll let it go. Belarus ball.
As I said, these energy plays are all going in favour of Belarus. Offensive rebounds, hustle plays. They play a really interesting brand on the defensive end. Again, tactically, they're just giving up the 3-point shot to a lot of the Belgium guards. Outside of Mestag, they're daring them to beat them from the perimeter. And, luckily, Kim Mestag has made those couple of shots, which has helped their cause.
They've had 7 offensive rebounds, Belarus, in 7 and a bit minutes. Three-point shot off the inbound pass as well, knocked down by Yulia Rytikova.
It's just another, it's a complete breakdown from Belarus on the from Belgium on the defensive end. Just a miscommunication. Shooter came off the screen wide open.
Belarus up by 4. Carpreo in, the other playmaker for Belgium. Average 5 assists per game in qualifying. Here's Wouters, the 38-year-old, turns around off one leg. Can't hit the shot, Papova the rebound. Belarus in the ascendancy, approaching the final 2 minutes of the quarter. Entry pass, bounce pass back out to Veremeyenka. She'll drive the baseline. Nice footwork, kicks it to the far side. Lovely pass, and another triple. Belarus hitting Belgium with a barrage.
We said three-point shooting could be the key in this game. Both teams had their struggles yesterday. No signs of that from Belarus today. And Belgium need to get some energy from somewhere. They need someone to come in and make an impact for them.
Tremendous work from Veremeyenka. The footwork and the court vision as well. And Tarasova hits her first field goal of the tournament.
Make a switch if needed, and at least contest the shot. It's here from this side, it will always be point. And we need to control the one-on-one. It's action, kicking, extra passing, or open shots. Communication. 0, 3 points. And at least to end, defensive rebound. Right? And offense, head. She didn't get the ball at this moment, and we played already 8 minutes. Right? Head for me.
And there's a look at the rebounding numbers, and those 7 offensive rebounds already for Belarus. To think that the 19 that they had yesterday was the highest tally of any team in the competition on day one. They've got 7 already here in the first quarter.
It's just energy, it's just the desire to get after it from Belarus. Very impressive indeed. Messman comes back in. I heard at the end of the timeout there, you know, Coach Mestag told his team 8 minutes in, she hasn't touched the ball yet. Expect her to get something on the low post here.
Carpreo, Messman on the move. Trying to get free, goes the other way. The put in from Delar, back out, Almond. She'll pull up on the strike and gets the hop. Julie Van Loo, who's just come in.
I think Belarus take that pull up on the foul line, low shot clock.
Veremeyenka, nice passing again onto the interior, this time to Gasper, who turns around and can't bank it in over the top of Wouters.
Another offensive rebound.
Belgium have 14 points now, so it's a 5-point Belarus advantage. 76 to play in the first quarter. Olga Zuskova coming in, only had 3 minutes on court yesterday. Another free shot off an inbound pass. Veremeyenka this time.
You said yesterday in the game how poor Belarus were executing out of bounds, but you know, there's 2 out of bounds plays now. They've just been so open, and it can't be the offensive execution being that much better, but the defensive effort from Belgium not there right now.
Delar, 14-21 is the score. Delar driving off the underside of the hoop, and here come Belarus again. Rytikova, quick pass down the floor in transition, the layup blown.
How do you get open, just running over the top?
Is that the break that Belgium need, though? And it gives the opportunity to Emma Messerman to get going.
Finally, she gets a look at the basket. First touch, really, 9.5 minutes in.
After 29 points yesterday, her first score of today. Veremeyenka shooting the outside shot. Offensive rebound again. Gasper this time. That's 9 already. Here's Veremeyenka. A free shot in the paint, and she misses it.
Early, giving a lot of time for Belgium here for the final shot.
5 to shoot. It's Messerman for 3, gets Belgium back in business to beat the buzzer. They close the gap from 7 to 2 in the final moments of the first quarter. 5 quick-fire points for Emma Messerman. Belgium 19, Belarus 21 at the end of the first.
Right? You're missing a layup, and on the other side on the run they have an open layup. This is not possible. We're talking maximum 60 points, they have already 21. Not possible. Hey. In offense we go on the four sides. Four side, right?
Be ready to pass
Okay?
it.
And everyone now, you, no matter who, 4, 5, you, observe. Right? They have already 60.
Welcome back to Crystal Hall in Zrenjanin, where Belarus have started so well, led by as many as 7 points. Belgium, though, with 5 quick-fire points from Emma Messerman over the final seconds of that quarter to close the gap to 2. They're led, Belgium, by the 6 of Kim Mesdag so far, hitting a couple from the outside. Belarus have spread their scoring around, but led by the 5 points of Alex Bentley.
Well, first 10 minutes told us that Belarus have come with energy. They believe they can win this game. Also, first 10 minutes tells us how good Emma Messerman is. Take her out the game, Belarus get the lead, but then she cannot be held down for the entire 10 minutes. Got her team right back into this. See if that gives them some momentum.
Gasper one-on-one with Linskins here, shooting over the top. Linskins doing enough to disrupt the shot. And Belgium a chance to get level. Linskins over to the far side to Messerman. Messerman spinning, lovely move, can't complete the play though. There's Papa driving in between 2. She misses the shot, Linskins the rebound.
More of an up and down game here. This kind of thing suits Belgium.
Messerman. A couple of misses in quick succession for her at the start of the second. Losing that momentum that she built up at the end of the first. Zuskova, and then the pass back out to Popova from Gasper. Here goes Tarasova, 3-point shot, banked in by Victoria Gasper, the centre.
Not sure that was intentional, but there's no asterisks on the points, they all count.
Belarus by 5. Messerman. Mesdag back across to Almond. Working with Messerman off the pick and roll, and she gets the jumper.
Where was that in the first 9.5 minutes? They've now decided to pass Emma Messerman the ball. The offense just looks like a different machine.
7 points to lead Belgium from Messerman. They've all come in the last 3 minutes of play. Tarasova floating one from the foul line, and things going down for Belarus again. 5 points for Tarasova now, after not scoring yesterday in 8 minutes on court. Mesdag looking to dance with the defense and waiting for the cut from Messerman. The foul came first. And that's another thing. We saw so much fouling from Belarus yesterday. We haven't really seen too much fouling from either team today.
First foul on Belarus in the game. And that helps them a lot. I just looked, it's Bentley and Singer to come back in. I mean, they've had a good break. That's two key players for them, really. And they've still got this lead as well.
Well, there's another one.
Thank you, and a cheap one. First cheap one, really, against Belarus.
Only 2 fouls for each team, though. Over 12 minutes into the game. Linskins to Messerman. Almond driving in, drawing the attention of the defense. Linskin's trying to get down the baseline. Offensive rebound here for Belgium and a foul.
This is more like it for Belgium. I think Coach Mestag will be happier. You know, they're the team now getting after the ball. They're the team making these effort plays. They're the one that are drawing fouls against Belarus because they're taking the game to them. We didn't see that early on.
Almond to inbound, back to Kim Mestag. Both Mestags on the floor now, Hannah as well. Julie Almond. Linskin's using a sizable frame to create some space for her teammate. Back out to the perimeter, Messerman. Awkward shot, roll around, couldn't get the drop. Bentley onto the left hand, forced away by Mesteg. And she'll take her time now and play in the half court. Here goes Papova. Linskin's the rebound. Papova's frustrated with herself.
Yeah, it was 2 back-to-back misses for her. You know, on easy shots, and this is what it leads to. Look, the transition 3.
Belgium can't punish Belarus, though, for that miss. Bentley to run the offense again, and now Gasper. Papova. Ritikova. Back to Bentley. She'll work now in the final 7 seconds of the shot clock. Snitsina. Papova trying to run interference for her teammate. Snitsina stuck to like glue one-on-one. Step back, fade away, wouldn't go. Messerman. One across to the far side. Again, Belgium slowing it down as well. Mestag to heave a 3. She's got a hat-trick of 3s in the first half.
Oh, she's making up for the misses yesterday, isn't she? From the moment she sort of steadied herself over the halfway line, knew she had that matchup that she liked, wanted the ball back, and it was almost automatic. The moment it came back to her, it was going up, and she's got a confidence in that stroke today.
Kim Mestag 3 of 4 from downtown for 9 points in 11 minutes on court. And the latest one forces the timeout from Belarus. They've had their lead cut to 2.
Yesterday we had big stretches where Belgium, it felt like they were playing pretty well. They were so comfortable within the game. And yet you looked at the scoreboard and they didn't really have a lead. Today, you keep looking and thinking, well, they're not playing very well. That, you know, they're struggling, they're losing. And then you look at the scoreboard and they're only down 2. So they have a real deceptive appearance to them with what you see on the floor in relation to the scoreboard. So I think they've done a really good job today. Just stay within touching distance, kind of weather that poor play from them. Now they've got Messman going, they've got Mestag shooting the ball well. They can just break this game in this next 6 minutes for the tempo as much as anything, and especially on the defensive end. Stops and steals or rebounds leads to transition scores.
And the other thing, Lloyd, as well, as we talked about the 9 offensive rebounds in the first quarter from Belarus. They haven't had a single one in the opening 4 minutes of the second quarter. The second chance points is 10-2 in their favour. But now Belgium, protecting their own backboard, have cut off that route of attack. Bentley. Tarovic into Snitsina. Goromienko looking to set the screen. Snitsina around it. Keeps hold of it. Was looking back for Goromienko. Put it away to Papova. Shot clock down to the final 3 seconds here. She'll force up a 3-pointer. And Belgium recover the rebound. Mestag. Almond. 3 assists so far. She leads all players in the game in that department. Here she goes again, this time looking to score herself. Bursts all the way to the basket, but the shot falls short. Bentley, another player who can burst the length of the court. Snitsina. Papova. Liktarovic. Midway point of the second quarter. Liktarovic. Difficult pass overhead with Messerman in her face. Oh, lovely reverse bounce pass. Messerman puts it in with the contact, but what a play from Linskens.
Yeah, beautiful feed. I was just thinking that they had the opportunity and they'd almost lost it. Belgium, they slowed the ball down. Hannah Mestag got tied up. And the rhythm they had disappeared. Messerman with a beautiful cut and an even better pass from Linskens to give it to her.
So 9 apiece for Belgium's 2 big weapons already, Messerman and Mestag. In fact, make it double figures now for Messerman. She'll just have to get to that mark first. Belgium ahead now from 7 down. Bentley. She'll take the shot on herself. Long 2 is too long, and Mestag the rebound. Carpreo directing traffic, Linskens. Messerman trying to post up. Carpreo. Messerman comes out to the perimeter. Mestag, those 2 top scorers combining. Mestag back to Messerman towards the end of the shot clock. And Belarus hunting in packs. Still Belgium ball, only 1.8 left on the shot clock.
Bentley took a shot to the face. I was just trying to see what happened to her. Kind of holding her gums. Belgium, I was so impressed with their organisation in practice and the day before the tournament. They're really well prepared. They'll have a set play for a low shot clock situation like this.
Let's see what they've got up their sleeve here. Messerman gets a really good look at the basket, beats the buzzer for the 2nd time, this time the long 2. Messerman on fire again.
It goes down as Emma Messerman, but it should go down as Philip Mestag, because that's the man that drew up that play beautifully. As I said, that's done through practice 2, 3, 4 days ago.
Snitsina, good one-on-one defense that time. She missed the shot. Can they grab an offensive rebound here in the 2nd quarter? Still none. After 9 in the 1st quarter for Belarus. Now a 3-on-2 fast break momentarily thrown behind Delar. Still might be a chance on the perimeter here. Mestag, another triple. She's on fire as well. Nothing but nylon. 4 from downtown for Kim Mestag.
They're sniffing blood right now, aren't they? They've gone from down to a big lead. Mestag firing, Messerman firing. This is the Belgium we expected. I did not see it in that 1st quarter at all, but now they are rolling.
$12 points for Mestag, 12 points for Messerman. Belgium lead by 6 from 7 down.
It's really interesting listening. The offense has got going. But you listen into the timeout from Coach Philip Mestag at the quarter break. He told his team, we set an aim of 60 points that they were going to hold Belarus to. You heard him say it. They had 21 at the end of the 1st quarter. He challenged his team on the defensive end. They weren't executing. And as good as the offense has been, a lot of it has come from the fact they've got stops on defense. They've rebounded, they've got steals, they've tied up on the rebounding as well, stopping Belarus get offensive rebounds, and that has meant now the offense becomes so much easier. They haven't had to spend as much time on the defensive end.
And there's that play you talked about, drawn up by Philip Mestag, the coach, with 1.8 left on the shot clock. And Messerman's previous basket as well, the one that led to the 3-point play. And to think that she's got 12 points, she didn't score for the first 9 minutes of the game.
She didn't touch a ball for the first 9 minutes of the game. Just was not involved at all. Mestag and Messerman got 24 between them. Belarus got 26.
And the other flip side of that is that nobody else for Belgium's got more than 2. It's all about Mestag and Messerman right now. Belarus trying to change that. Bentley, lovely crossovers and footwork. And it leads to the shot for Liktarovic. Belarus back in business.
Bentley's been their best player so far today. I think a couple of misses at the ring, which should have made it a really strong individual game from her.
Here's Delar. Carpreo. Walter's on the move. Bentley there to intercept. Walter's still able to grab it, but a wild shot. Bentley taking her time.
She lost her shoe. She put it back on. She just beat the 8-second count.
Just getting over centre court in time. Cool as you like. Bentley back to Liktarovic, that same combination. Different outcome this time though, and a good save on the baseline, but straight back into the hands of Belgium. Quarterback pass down the floor. Delar with the touchdown finish.
The defensive end leads to offense. So again, they force low shot clock, air ball that they can rebound and run from. can't run when the other team's getting 2, 3, 4 offensive rebounds.
Belgium back up by 6. Tarovic looking to drive to the basket, got stripped, and there you go. The defense again providing the foundation for another easy score down the floor. Marjorie Corpreo this time.
Belarus called both timeouts as well, but no way of stopping the bleeding here. He needs something. Game's slipping away from them already in the first half now.
Largest lead of the game for either team here. Bentley to Gasper into Veremienka, and a foul called before the shot. Veremienka, we talked about as being one of the absolute key players for Belarus, has only got 2 points so far. Belarus needs some creativity and some offensive firepower from somewhere. With 2 minutes to go in the first half, down by 8. And those points off the inbounds aren't coming as easily now as well. Lektarovic, Veremienka. She got bumped as she turned around by Wouters, missed the shot, so she'll go to the line for 2. Anastasia Veremienka's 13 points yesterday came off 4 of 7 shooting from the field and 5 of 8 from the line. She could do with both of these. The European legend who's returned this year after missing the 2017 tournament. She only gets 1 of 2, and they can't grab the offensive rebound either. Van Loo across to Raman, now Almor. Almor prodding and probing, going back to the perimeter, and there's a foul.
So just little things that didn't happen when they were playing well, Belarus. When they had the lead, they didn't commit these cheap fouls. They only had, what, 1 foul in the first sort of...
None, I think none in the first quarter.
They picked up their first one about 4 minutes in, I think. And now they're committing cheap fouls. They're putting Belgium on the line for easy shots. And they missed the first.
You go from 0 fouls in quarter 1 to 5 in quarter 2, and 9 offensive rebounds in quarter 1 to 0 in quarter 2. It's been a huge turnaround in a number of key areas. Belgium well and truly on top here, although Belarus trying to stick with them until the half. 8 points the gap again. Lektarovic. Tikova, she'll go to the line for 2 now as well. The foul from the number 35, Julie Van Loo. Only the 3rd foul on Belgium in the quarter. Just one thing to watch out for with the foul trouble for Belarus is Gasper and Papova are the 2 players in the game who have 2 fouls, and they were the 2 players who got 3 early yesterday. Nobody on more than 1 foul for Belgium. 7 points the gap. Approaching the final minute of the first half here. Raman, Messerman. 3-pointer for Messerman. Won't go down. Bentley the rebound. Belarus looking for a strong finish to a disappointing second quarter. Bentley, long range 2. Got it. They're back within 5. Timeout now from Belgium.
Important minutes still for Belarus. If they can just get some momentum here before the break, get back into it some way. Bentley again with a good play. I've been impressed with her today. I said I think she's been their best player. 7 points, 3 rebounds, only 1 assist, but she's created in my mind, whether she's got an assist or not, broken people down off the dribble.
Let's look at the overall team assists. 4 more for Belgium so far. 2 extra steals as well. As Filip Mestak takes his time out, the man who led them to their first ever podium finish at the last EuroBasket, also led them at the 2018 World Cup where they reached the semi-finals. Natalia Trafi-Mather was actually on the bronze medal winning team with Belarus in 2007 and then played at the 2008 Olympics.
The team that won the bronze in 2007, she was the third leading scorer. Second leading scorer that year, Snitsina. So that shows you the experience that she has on the floor for them.
Katarina Snitsina, now 33, 12 years on from that tournament. Another player who's not really got going at this tournament yet for Belarus, and we know she still can. Only 2 points so far today. Final minute of the first half here, Belarus down by 5. Messerman, now Delar, and the whistle. Contact over on the far side, it's an offensive foul. So what a chance this is for Belarus to finish the second quarter strong.
Game is always, momentum swings are so important. You felt, they had it early, then Belgium just took a massive swing of momentum, and now they have a chance here, Belarus, to get it back.
Voromienko in the high post, across to the far side to Retikovic. Voromienko again. Bentley thought about the three. Little jab step, keeps hold of it. Papovic trying to manufacture some room for her, and getting free for the three was Voromienko. Offensive rebound. There you go, the first offensive rebound of the quarter for Belarus, but they can't make it count. And the shot clock turned off now at the end of the half with the ball in the hands of Belgium. And Julie Almond, their most creative player.
Don't overhelp if you're Belarus here. Make Almond finish.
Almond driving all the way in and got stripped. Liktarovic still chance to throw it up here for Bentley. Oh! Alex Bentley beating the buzzer at the half, and Belarus. What a backlash from them.
Just incredible, isn't it? You just felt like Belgium won the game in the second quarter. And you look up, that three makes it a 2-point game. Huge momentum swing back in that final minute or so for Belarus.
The Belarusian backlash led by Alex Bentley, who's up to double figures off that long-range triple. And having trailed by 9 points, Belarus back within 2, 37-35 to Belgium at the half. There's a look at the numbers. Belarus shooting 45% from downtown. Belgium 42% as well. We didn't see too much good shooting on this court yesterday, but we certainly are today. And Belarus there, those 10 offensive rebounds. 9 of those, though, came in the first quarter, and the one in the second quarter came right at the end of it as part of that Belarusian comeback. Bentley hitting double figures by beating the buzzer, something that Messerman did a couple of times. 12 points for her and 12 for Mestak as well to lead Belgium.
svakog dana, čak i sutra, kada ne bude večera u kristalnoj dvorani, dođete do fan zone, Trg Slobode, u centru Zrenjanina. Možemo da igramo basket, možemo da se družimo, naravno i tamo čekaju neke nagrade, a također koji je dodati se slišao. I ti se zoveš Vukašin from Zrenjanin. Da vidimo i Vukašin iz Zrenjanina, a jedan aplauz za njega. Vukašin. To su naši lovci iz Vodani. Je bila vaša neka asistencija Vukašin. Još jedan Vukašin. From Vodani. Bude, Vukašin, opa! Druga grupa u Srbiji, C grupa, dođe na sjajnu organizaciju, van zonama i rješavanja tokom večera u Nišu. Sa nama su i Krivo osiguranje, NIS, Fond, Roda, Tesla i Lasta. I kao što sam već rekao, FIBA, snaga s juga. Evo momci, uspomena sa Hrvatskom prvenstvom Zrenjaninom. Levi Memories prema Zrenjaninu. A sad upravo vremena ćemo još neke primeđenje za vas. Nema pušet.
Hey, Pupa reverses one more, and Lorenz is wide open. Count it.
How about that from Romeo? Turner drives in. Oh, that's been their favorite spot on the court.
Jovic steps back. Ooh. Off the glass for two. Beautiful move.
Petrovic trying to finally put them to bed, and does. Petrovic brings this crowd to its feet. Welcome back to Crystal Hall in Zrenjanin in Serbia. We've got a really tight game at the half, plenty of momentum shifts, and it's been a game of runs. Belarus have led by as many as 7, Belgium by as many as 8, and then Belarus reeling them back in. And at the half, it's Belgium 37, Belarus 35. Belarus led by the 10 points of Alex Bentley. We haven't seen too much of Anastasia Veromienko yet, just 2 points, 1 of 4 from the field. Belgium led by 12 points apiece from Kim Mestag and Emma Messerman. Mestag 4 of 5 from downtown. And it has been, Lloyd, a game so tight. The first quarter won by Belarus by 2 points. The second quarter won by Belgium by 1 point.
I think you nailed it. Absolutely, Tim. A game of runs and a game of momentum. Started out, the Belgium team just came out flat. It felt like they weren't really there on the defensive end. Belarus didn't really take that momentum when they could, but then all of a sudden they came to life. Alex Bentley, I thought, was the key player in that first half. You know, she ended up with 10 points, that massive 3 at the end of the half as well. And then, though, Belgium, Messman started to get touches, does what she can and always will do. Put points on the board, make plays. And Kim Mestag really found that range that she couldn't find yesterday. Those two players led the way for Belgium, and it felt like the game was done. It felt like Belgium had just got through their rough spell, had got the energy back. They started to make every play. They built up that comfortable lead, and you thought worrying signs for Belarus, who had called both timeouts at that stage, and all of a sudden, once more it goes back again. And Belarus just in the final about 90 seconds, just a couple of plays, re-established themselves, you know, really calmed the nerves going into the half, I think.
We're all set up for what should be an absolutely fascinating finish to this one. And what a huge second half it is, particularly for Belarus, who of course lost their opener yesterday. Very difficult if they go, as I think you said before the opening tip, Lloyd, if they go to game day 3, 0-2, to face Russia, needing a win, which might still not be enough.
Yeah, and it's a tough ask, isn't it? You know, it's not a do or die for them today, because they still do have a third game. And, you know, you look at the teams they've had to play in Belgium, Serbia and Russia. No easy game in any of those 3. So I don't think it's necessarily a do and die for them today, but it puts a lot of, obviously, then you're going into the final game day with all that pressure of having to win.
Just a reminder of the format for this group stage. The winners of the group will go directly into the quarter-finals. The second and third place teams in the group will go to a quarter-final qualifier round, which for this group will be played in Belgrade on Tuesday. Only the bottom side, the fourth place team in the group, will face elimination. Of course, the flip side is if Belgium do win and go to 2-0, then they're through and have a very good shot at going through as group winners.
There's that benefit, isn't it? Bit more rest time, bit more prep time for the upcoming games if you do win the group. So there's a real benefit to going unbeaten.
Belgium looking to continue a fantastic run in the group stage of this tournament. 8 straight wins coming into this one. And this team continues to grow and to gel together. Belarus have to show their character and fight again, as they have done so many times already, despite this tournament only being 2 days old. They showed it throughout yesterday. They showed it to come back when it looked like Belgium were building momentum in the second quarter of this game.
I would say the one thing I kind of had in that first half as well is three-point shooting can be the difference, and I think this tournament has showed us more than any other how important the three-point shot is. You think Belgium struggled early. When Belarus took that lead, it was off the back of their three-point shooting getting going. Belgium come back into the game off the back of Mestag making them from the outside. And that all backs up yesterday, where Serbia couldn't buy a basket in the paint or from two-point range, but made enough threes to win.
Here we go, start of the second half. Ball in the hands of Belgium and Julie Almond. Messerman, one of their two top scorers on 12 points. Linskins gets it back from Almond. Messerman again to Mestag, the other player on 12 points. Those two combining here on the perimeter. Messerman looking to draw the attention of the defense and open up some space on the far side of the floor. Delan, this is the first shot of the second half, but Messerman an offensive rebound. And fresh 14 on the shot clock. Almond. Linskins, you have to leave her unguarded on the perimeter. You don't want to leave Messerman unguarded, though. She will make you pay.
Mestag, did she miss her first one as well? So she's, what, 4 for 5 now. I think it was the first one that she missed.
5 of 6 there for 15 points from downtown.
5 of 6, incredible.
Messerman reels in the rebound. And got hit on the left hand. First foul on Belarus sit in the opening minute of the second half. It's on Papova. Oh no, it's on Snitsina. It's her first. Almond. Messerman making her way inside, trying to get the rebound. It's long instead into the hands of Gasper. Belarus down by 5, offensive foul as well. As Mestag draws the contact, and Belgium looking to build again here.
I don't think you're going to get a more obvious offensive foul than this one. The ball handler, Tarovic, left too early. Screen was still being set. Mestag tried to go around it, just got wiped out right in front of the referee.
Mestag. There's Linskins into the paint, trying to back it in. And the rebound grabbed by Papova. Now a 3-on-2 opportunity for Belarus. It's Bentley, left hand off the window, doesn't get it to fall. And we talked about those momentum shifts. You can feel it shifting back to Belgium now. Especially if this goes down for Almond. It doesn't. Offensive rebound though, Messerman. Almond steps into the elbow this time and then back. Linskins looking to post up in the center. Messerman. Almond. Delafrey in the corner, drives the baseline on the burst to the basket, misses the shot. Linskins will grab it again. And Belgium now are battering Belarus on the offensive glass. Belarus survived that time. Bentley. Papova. Snitsina gets contact from her opposite number, Delar.
Gave the game a bit of a break that I think it needed. The two up and down there, both teams.
We've had just the one score in the opening 2.5 minutes of this second half. After a 27-26 second quarter. Tarovic. Rebound Papova. Snitsina for 3. Got it. Belarus back within 2.
And finally got some room, didn't she? She just hasn't got going at all. Yesterday struggled from the field, dislocated the finger on her shooting hand as well. Not sure how that affects her today.
Linskins free under the hoop, can't get it to go. Tarovic grabs the rebound. Now Belarus, when it looked like Belgium were building momentum, have the chance to tie or maybe even take the lead here. Bentley directing traffic, calls for the screen. Bounce pass back to Papova, back out to the perimeter. 3-point shot for the lead, wouldn't go down for Gasper. Snitsina offensive rebound. Bentley. They've started to grab those second chance opportunities again, Belarus. Turned over though into the hands of Almond. by Liktarovic. Delar locked and loaded. Can't get it to go. I think it would have been a two-pointer had it gone down.
They're just going to keep daring her to shoot. She's got to kind of move the ball on or find a way to get to the ring, I think.
Gasper to Snitsner. And it goes to Papovic. There's the entry pass and blocked off. On a route to the rim by Linskens. Messerman. And a foul on Liktarovic.
Half a second too late on the rotation. Belarus scrambling. The poor matchup on Messerman on the inside. Did a good job to rotate, double her, get it out of her hands.
Linskens with the big rejection, sticking with Gasper.
Yeah, some great defense. We can block.
Mestak moving it on to Messerman. She draws the attention of the defense, leaving Van Loo open on the perimeter. Belgium can't buy a basket at the moment. They got that three-pointer right at the start of this quarter. Belgium haven't scored since.
Low scoring, this tempo suits Belarus. This is the games they want. They seem to always find a way of getting them.
They'll try and change that negative run here. Messerman cut to the basket, down one, kick to the corner. Good combination between Van Loo and Almond.
Beautiful little play from the guards.
Snitsner. Belgium just holding off Belarus for now. Veromienko. She's not got going. Offensive rebound again, though. Papova. Snitsner will drive in. Veromienko, little hesitation, waits for the contact and puts it in for a chance at a three-point play.
And that defense from Belgium feels like the first half again. You know, giving up those offensive rebounds, second chance points. And what happens is, you know, as much as you want to say it doesn't affect you, it does. You know, to continually play defense, to have to go through multiple possessions, you know, back to back to back, it takes its toll on you psychologically more than anything, and that's what we're seeing from Belgium. They're giving up these offensive rebounds, and then the rotations are a step slower because of that.
The three-point play from Veromienko doubles her tally for the game.
And also last time Messerman, you know, got touches in places where she can score.
42-41 is the score now, just a one-point game. Contact on the far side and a foul on Belarus. They are in foul trouble here in the third quarter. Just over the midway point of the period. That is 5 already on Belarus. Any foul from their defense for the remainder of the half. We'll see Belgium shoot foul shots, whether it's a shooting foul or not. Gasper's on 3 personal fouls for them, nobody else on more than 2. They can't make it count that time. One of 2 from the line. 43-41 is the score. Veromienko, nice pass back out. Bentley locked and loaded for 3. Bang!
It's just great basketball from Belarus there. All from a beautiful feed from Veromienko over the top. And then they were unselfish. Again, the three-point shot, the X factor.
13 points for Bentley now. She's 3 of 4 from downtown as well. Messerman thinking about trying to respond, moves it on instead. There goes Van Loo. Shot clock down to the final 3 seconds. Messerman run into a big red brick wall in the form of Veromienko.
Going to get an open shot here.
Snitsner free in the corner is Papova. They'll grab another offensive rebound, Veromienko, and then she's fouled.
Belgian crowd don't like it, but I think the referee's got that one. Messerman turned into Veromienko.
Belarus, having trailed by 8, have got themselves ahead. Looking to extend that lead here with Snitsina to Bentley. Bentley lost his shoe again. Second time in the game. Papova looking to take on the responsibility. Instead, Belarus short-handed. It didn't matter. They're riding a wave of momentum again.
Really good finish there. Lovely step-through footwork.
Messiman, 3 points, the Belarus lead. 3.5 to play in the third. Mestak. Guarded by Snitsina, fouled by Snitsina. She'll shoot foul shots now with Belarus at the limit.
Turned out to be a pretty good foul in the end because Mestak had a wide open lane. If it wasn't a foul, she was going to get an easy 2 at the ring.
Belgium haven't been getting to the line before this foul trouble here in the third quarter from Belarus. They're only 3 of 5 from the stripe.
They had similar issues yesterday. The only difference was Messman did. So yesterday, Messman was 7 for 7. The rest of the team just 60% though. And they didn't get a lot of opportunities there. I think they were just 3 of 5 on that occasion as well. So they're not a team that gets to the line very often.
Coach Philip Mestak watching his daughter, Kim Mestak, knocking down both of those foul shots. They might have a few more chances to get to the line over the next 3.5 minutes with Belarus at the limit. They're back within 1. Tikova and then Liktarovic. Liktarovic trying to shake off the attentions of Van Loo. Comes around to Gasper, back out to Bentley. Bentley with the over-the-head pass. Gasper as well, looking for Veromienko. Right at the end of the shot clock. They're not quite on the same wavelength that time. Only 5 turnovers apiece over the first 27 minutes. Both teams protecting the ball well. Both teams have shot the ball better, perhaps, than they did yesterday. Messiman. Well, she's shot it well all tournament.
She's just so efficient in everything she does. Get her a look at the basket. She doesn't miss many open looks.
14 points now, 6 of 11 from the field for her. Liktarovic back creating the open 3-point shot for Veromienko. Here come Belgium on the burst forward with Almond. Belarus do a good job of getting back in transition, so Belgium to play in the half court instead. Almond. Walters making a move to set the screen, create some room. Here's the other Mestak, knocking down a triple. Hannah doing her best Kim impression.
Breakdown defensively. You don't want to help onto Alamont when she's driving to the ring and leave a shooter open. And Mestak's sister's been smoking hot today from on the 3-point line.
1-on-1 on the inside. Gasper, lovely move to use the glass.
Nice little footwork. Hesitation to the middle, sold the defense.
Van Loo to Almond. Final minute and a half of the third quarter coming up now. Van Loo, quick turnaround 3-pointer. Belarus a chance to get level, or maybe take the lead again here. Liktarovic. Veromienko moving it on. Liktarovic faked the pass to the corner. She'll take it on herself. Couldn't get it. Touched back by Veromienko, who gets it back to tie the game.
Lovely little interplay there. Save a beautiful touch pass back that there. She knew how open Veromienko was before she did.
Veromienko starting to warm up a little, has 8 points now. Most of those coming here in the third quarter. Almond, pirouette move in the paint and ran into the contact. There was a call from the Belarus bench for a travel.
I think again though, you've got to let Julie Almond finish at the ring here. You see, Gasper tries to come over late and help, thinking that she's got the steal, but I think you're almost better staying home. Don't allow Almond to be the provider that she likes to be and force her to finish at the ring. She hasn't really done that here today. 2 of 6 from the field.
So Julie Almond to the line.
More importantly, that's the 4th foul on Gasper as well.
No more nudges Belgium ahead. Final minute of the third quarter. And gets them both as well. Belgium making that Belarus foul trouble count in their favour. Up 52-50. Papova, Veromienko. 5 of her 8 points have come here in the third. Tarasova. Papova couldn't grab it. Bailed out by Ryttikova. They turn it over eventually anyway. Belgium looking to finish the third quarter strong with Almo. Linskins hands it off to Mestag. Kim Mestag on the drive into the paint, looking to do her work on the inside this time. It was her first shot from two-point range. She's been on fire from deep.
I'll take 2 when you can get a 3. That's her motto.
.7 seconds to go in the quarter. Belgium still had a foul to give, so Belarus will inbound from the baseline. Alexandra Tarasova set to do that. Waiting for movement. What have they got? Deep inbound to Veromienko. She'll take on the three-pointer. Veromienko's on fire now. 9 points in the quarter for her. Another buzzer beater. It's been a theme of this game. And what a game it has been. Plenty of lead changes, plenty of momentum shifts. And Belarus have the lead at the end of 3 by 1. 53-52 over Belgium.
Be ready off the ball. Right? And try to...
9 points in the quarter for Anastasia Veromienko, including the triple to beat the buzzer. And Belarus lead by 1 heading into the fourth quarter.
Just keep waiting for Belgium to blow the game open. Feel like they've done it, and then once again, as we saw yesterday, there is no shaking this Belarus team. Same thing happened yesterday, didn't it? Serbia looked like they had it won, and all of a sudden, out of nothing in the fourth quarter, Belarus just found a way to make a couple of plays, hit a huge 3, and they were right back in it, tied with 10 seconds to go. Yesterday, Sonja Petrovic had the class to come up with one final shot. I know they've got Messman, I know they've got Kim Mestag, who's shot the ball really well, but you don't want to get into a final possession, that's for sure.
There'll be plenty more twists and turns, I'm sure, before we reach that point, but boy, would you feel for Belarus if it went that close again, and they lost it again. Once more, they're scrapping and clawing to stay in contention. Perhaps not just in terms of the game, but in terms of the group as a whole as well. Bentley, who leads them with 13 points, but Veromienko not too far behind now with 11. Here she is on the ball, same spot that she drained that three-pointer. Bentley. Both teams with 2 players in double figures now in scoring. First shot, first points for Volga Zuskova. Other players stepping up today for Belarus.
Yeah, absolutely. They've shot it much better. They've been better today than they were yesterday, and they played really well. Said I think they'd have been satisfied with the performance they gave yesterday. They said that in the press conference.
Messerman double team. Had the height advantage to play the pass out of it across to the far side. Gets it back on the stripe, puts it up and puts it in, and continues to do what she does.
He did a really good job, Belarus, to double, get it out of her hands. I was just looking, she's only scored 2 points in that third quarter, but they lost her once they scrambled coming out of the double team. Nice little headsy play from Messman to make herself available on the foul line.
Altogether, it's 16 points and 8 rebounds for her now. Snitsner across to the far side. Shot clock winding down here. Veromienko continues to score at will. A fantastic finish to the third, a fantastic start to the fourth for Belarus. Delar blocked off, back to Messerman. Spin move away from Snitsner, runs into the double team. And she'll turn it over, call for the travel.
Veromienko is such a good help defender. We see a replay. Watch the way she comes over, stops the shot from Messman without giving up an easy exit for Emma Messman. You know, it's not when Veromienko leaves her player. What she does beautifully is she doesn't show you how open the person she's leaving is.
Popova into Zuskova. Here's Bentley. Bentley, lovely crossovers to create the space on the perimeter. Misses the shot, though. The last touch was off Mestag, out of bounds, so it's Belarus ball still. Snitsner, she'll take on a 3 now as well over the top of Almond. Another offensive rebound. Veromienko.
This is where Belgium have struggled, giving up the offensive rebound, then continuing to play through the whole of the next possession.
Bentley, another 3 for her. Bentley bringing the fight to Belgium.
And that's it, you know, a little slow rotation. They play defense for, what, 35 seconds in a row there, and now half-court game on the offensive end for Belgium. No rhythm, no running.
Alex Bentley shot just 2 of 12 from the field for 4 points yesterday. She's 5 of 12. In fact, make it 6 of 13 now for 16 points today. Almond to try and answer back. Throws up an air ball. Veromienko the rebound.
Mestag has his board in his hand and he's getting more agitated over on that sideline with the play from his team. He's been very relaxed up until this point.
Belarus by 6 points, having trailed by 8. Veromienko, they just can't stop her right now, and there's the timeout from Belgium. It's the largest lead of the game for Belarus at 8.
Wow, it's all Veromienko right now. You know, offensively, she's been superb, but also on the defensive end, covering that middle. They did a good job, kind of pulling her back in that first half. I think now, you know, in some ways, the foul trouble to Gasper has forced them to use her. And what a player she can be.
Come on, everyone box out.
Veromienko had 3 points at the half. She's got 12 points in the opening 13 minutes of the second half.
The spread of scoring for Belarus, they have, you know, Bentley 16, Veromienko 15, but then they also have Gasper with 7 chipping in. You look on the other side to Belgium, 17 for Mestag, 16 for Messman, and then you go down to Julie Almond for 6 points. No one else really contributing for them, and Almond, she hasn't done it on good numbers, and they've been daring her to shoot as well. They've almost been saying to her, go for 15, there's no problem at all, because we're going to stop you getting anybody else involved.
Almond 2 of 7 from the field, Delar 2 of 8, Linskins 1 of 6. Players for Belgium who have struggled, and they've relied on Messerman and Mestag to carry the fight. And for Belarus, Veromienko is the player with the hot hand right now.
We go with Wouters on the inside. She struggled from the field herself, 0 of 3, but she's going to be the one to try and slow down Veromienko, although Veromienko's gone out for a little blow here. Probably 2 minutes, she'll be back for that last 5.
Messerman across to Almond. 7 minutes to play. They're down by 8, Belgium. What an upset this would be. Almond back inside to Wouters. That is the route that they take, and it doesn't pay dividends. Belarus battling defensively once more, as they have done throughout the 2 games so far. Snitsner pulls it from the elbow. They still haven't got much out of Snitsner.
This is almost damage limitation right now from Belarus, though. They just want to hold on, let time tick away here while Veromienko is on the bench. They just want to continue to have the lead when she comes back, really.
Look at the bench scoring, 26-9 in Belarus's favour. Shot clock winding down here on Almond. And Bentley the rebound.
Going to have to start making those. The Belarus defense, they literally face guard Mestag. Everybody else is in the paint. If Messman gets it, they guard her with multiple defenders. They'll let anybody of the other three score against them.
Offensive foul here against Papova. Almond is 0 of 5 from downtown after that last miss. It's the third foul here on Papova. Gasper the only player in the game on 4. Still that 8-point margin, 6 minutes to play. Corpreo. She's going to take on the shot with a hand in her face from Bentley. Papova the rebound.
That's not the shot Belgium needs. They need to get touches from Messman.
It's just not happening for them at the moment. Snitsina playing with real intensity despite struggling from the field. She draws the foul from Wouters.
Belgium, a team we said had great leadership yesterday, that blend of youth and experience. Look a little lost right now. So they need to find a purpose on offense. I don't think it's the guards right now. I think they've got to understand Emma Messman has to get a touch. If their points or if their shots come from her being double teamed or from her, you know, being stopped, that's different. But right now, she has to be the playmaker for them.
Must have been an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Snitsina hitting both foul shots. And Belarus will have possession as well. So the first double-digit lead of this game comes with 5.5 minutes to play. Cause for concern on the Belgian bench.
Zone.
Snitsina. She'll take on the long two. Snitsina, if at first you don't succeed, try again. She was only 2 of 12 yesterday. She was 2 of 7 to start today, but she keeps on going.
Big players stepping up for Belarus. Romienka, now Sisnina as well.
Setting the tone with her leadership and energy.
And Messman just setting screens. She needs a touch.
She can't get it. In the end, the referee's whistle bails out Belgium.
Alex Bentley just almost broke the cardinal sins of defense. The ball was being dribbled towards the player she was guarding. She left that player and ran to the other side of the floor because it was Emma Messman that was open on the other side. And that shows you the way they've been playing defense. They're going to do everything to keep it out of her hands, even if that means anybody else is taking shots. Look at Bentley now, look, standing on top of Messman on the low post.
Shot clock is at 7. Messerman comes out to try and manufacture room for Mestag. High entry pass was a risky one. Messerman able to grab it. Wonderful over the head pass, but they blow the layup. Corpreo over the head, incredible pass. Has to go this time. It won't count.
Oh, travel.
And all of that good work from Corpreo facilitating is to no avail.
If they're going to just set their stall out there, Emma Messman's not going to get touches and scores Belarus, then Belgium, somebody else is going to have to step up.
12 points the lead. They get the turnover
This
that
is
they
the
needed
opportunity. Delaire in transition. Yeah. Smart foul, though.
Belarus's third of the fourth quarter.
Look at this. I mean, we said their damage limitation, right? That was 3.5 minutes ago. They've increased their lead before Romienka comes back in.
Belgium scored 37 points in the first half to lead by 2 at the break. They've only scored 17 since. A 12-point deficit, 4.5 to play. Corpreo across to the far side. Mestag. Can they get something here, Belgium, to spark them back into life? Corpreo in the corner is Delar. She'll keep on shooting. She'll keep on missing. That's 0 of 4 from the outside for Delar, 2 of 9 from the field altogether.
There's not much more Belgium could do. They drew the play. Defense rotated, extra pass wide open in the corner. They're the ones that need to make.
They've had Kim Mesdag 5 of 7 from downtown, but then Delar and Almond combined for 0 of 9. Papovic, Snitsina will move it on. Bentley, she's hit a couple from the outside, steps to the side to try and drain another. Over the top of the backboard, grabbed by Raman. Still hope for Belgium, but they have to act quickly. Raman trying to create some room, gets it back on the perimeter. Preo looking to take on Bentley. Back to the perimeter she goes. Linskin's trying to help out to manufacture some room. Preo through the paint. Another layup missed.
Such smart defensive possessions every time down from Belarus. And now with this lead, they can just kill clock.
Papovic happy to take those precious seconds away from Belgium. 5 to shoot. Bentley. Snitsina forces it up with a couple of seconds to spare. Linskin's the rebound.
To go quick, Belgium walking it down, calling a play, just that plays into the hands of Belarus, who can just sit in this really sagging man-to-man.
Preo's entry pass and a foul on the interior.
Smart from Mesdag to seal on the switch. If you can't score, get to the line. But and that's one of the things we highlighted earlier. Belgium, they haven't done it consistently. Haven't got themselves to the free throw line.
Quick shot off the inbound. Messerman trying to spark Belgium back into life.
She's not giving up, is she? Still a long time to go. You know, perhaps giving the impression this game's done, but yeah, it's just difficult to play against Belarus in games like this. They're up, they can take their time, they can walk it down the floor. If you try and rotate too much, as we saw Serbia yesterday, trying to scramble, trying to trap, Belarus are good at just moving the ball, finding somebody who's open, and that helps them. So the trouble from Belgium is you chase the game, it almost helps Belarus a bit. But as time's going down and down, you force yourself into that situation.
You see the second chance points there, 23-9 in Belarus's favour. And that's because of the offensive rebounding. They've got 16. 9 of those came back in the first quarter. And then they died out again in the second and returned in the second half. But Belgium paying the price for not protecting their own backboard. And that's led to those extra shots. So despite the 7 3-pointers that Belgium have hit, Belarus have the edge, have the breathing room. 10 points with less than 3 minutes to play. And like you say, Lloyd, they're slow and methodical on offense. They can take the precious seconds away from Belgium, and then on defense, they're very hard to score against.
Yeah. Somebody from Belgium's going to have to step up, you know. Alamont has been missing it. They've gone with both Mestag sisters here, which is a good move, I think. A bit more shooting at the perimeter with Hannah Mestag coming in.
Serbia only managed 55 points against Belarus yesterday. Belgium just 56 so far here today. Bentley. Goromienko will try and kick it to the corner, intercepted by Mestag.
They move the ball quickly here. Someone's going to be free.
Chance to make it a single-digit game again. Messerman setting the screen. Receives it. Lovely cut. Back door. The pass was right on the money as well, but then there was traffic underneath, and Belarus come away with the ball.
Too anxious from Belgium, trying to make the play where there wasn't one. This is why their scoreboard is worrying them. Bentley.
Again, they will use every second they possibly can here on the shot clock. Papovic down to the final 4. Bentley, she'll put it up. 3-pointer, surely to win it. Got it. Alex Bentley doing the business for Belarus. And Belgium have been battered here in the second half.
Buzzer beaters from Belarus, isn't it? Every time the shot clock gets low. And the 2 shot clocks in the quarter with made baskets, and Belgium have got to be careful here, because this is now a 13-point game. The points is important within this group. You think Belgium have got to win now. If this continues, Belarus have got to win as well. So even though there's still a long time, still Belgium could come back. They don't want to go all for nothing here and make it a 20-point game. That could hurt them in the final positions in this group.
It's now 5 of 8 from downtown for Alex Bentley for 19 points to lead Belarus in scoring.
She was 0 of 4 yesterday.
Only scored 4 points in the game. What a second half it's been for Belarus. They've limited Belgium to just 19 points here in the second half.
I mean, they've been brilliant, really, haven't they? Done an excellent job to keep it out of Messman's hands. She freed herself for a couple of those short jump shots, but that's the only thing that she's got throughout the second half.
They've scored 34 of their own. They've turned a 2-point deficit into a 13-point advantage with less than 2 minutes to play. Belgium looking for quick points. Under the basket went down one. Chose to pass to the far side, got it back for a chance at the 3. Had to go and it didn't. Offensive rebound put in by Messerman.
To push up the floor here, see if they can speed the game up somehow. With some turnovers. Bentley so comfortable.
Mestak doing her best to try and harass her, but Bentley away. Found Snitsino in the corner.
Well, that's what you've got to live with. If you're Belgium, a quick shot, they might make a couple, but you just pray they miss.
They need quick offense here. Mestak looking to make it a single-digit game, approaching the final minute. It will still be Belgium ball, 9 left to shoot.
Belgium have been really good on our bounds throughout this tournament so far. See if they can continue that way.
Julie Almond to get the ball in. 6 assists for her so far. Looking to add another. Linskins missed it, couldn't grab the rebound.
She's had 4 opportunities, Linskins, at the ring. Missed all of them. It's just not good enough at this level.
Belarus getting closer and closer to a first win in the competition, and what a win it would be. Snitsina driving underneath, reverse layup, wouldn't fall. Belgium still alive, but barely breathing. Mesdag for 3. It's just not happening for them. Messerman fouled by Bentley, and will go to the line because Belarus are at the limit.
Bentley, second personal foul.
Messerman's got 20. Well, Belgium's 58 points after 29 yesterday. 9 rebounds as well. She's been more efficient today as well. 9 of 14 from the field. They could have done with both foul shots, though. It's a 10-point game and only 33 seconds to play.
It's an impressive performance for Messerman, you know, considering what she's had to go through. Still have 21. Looks like Belarus going to take it from their own end line. That way they get the full 24-second shot clock, rather than if they advance the ball, they'd only have 14. I was wondering if they might choose to advance it, go quickly, 2 for 1, see if you can stretch out the lead even more, but I think their thinking point's different at the moment. They're just looking for that first win in a long time at this level of competition.
If they go on the baseline, it's 21.
Yeah, they can take 24 of the 31 remaining seconds away.
Run back.
Belgium will have the option of fouling, of course, to stop the clock if they so choose. Down by 10. Looks like those fans are ready to celebrate a first win of the tournament. And the disappointment of losing it so late on last night. 1.9 seconds remaining against Serbia. That could have really got them down, but they have come back, and like you said earlier, Lloyd, if anything, but even better here today.
They've played pretty much a perfect game for me. Defensively, for what they have, they execute so well.
Let's see, they'll trap and try and force the steal. Bentley so cool under pressure again, not just once but twice. They do force a turnover. Only 5 seconds taken off the game clock as well. They're going to have another timeout here with 26.2 seconds remaining. And still a 10-point Belarus lead.
2 or 3 is the question for Belgium. So they try and get a 3 to cut down the points, or do they just get the 2?
We go for one more offense. One more. Now we will be smarter. We will make the ball screen at 7 seconds.
Both teams about to go to 1-1 for the first 2 games. Serbia already have 1 win, of course. Russia, their opponents later, still waiting to get up and running in the win column. This group is becoming everything we expected it to be, tight and tense.
Well, it wouldn't surprise you for all 4 teams to be on 1 win and 1 loss after tonight, would it?
And then it all goes down to Sunday, the final set of group games. We have a rest day tomorrow. Alex Bentley with 19 points. Looks to have led Belarus to a first win here. 5 of 8 from downtown, backed up by the 15 of Veromienko, who got hot in the 3rd quarter.
Belgium are going to hold this for just the final shot now if they can. Accept the defeat, try and get 1 more score to make it a single-digit game.
With a group that is so tight, it could all come down to those winning margins. Julie Almond. 1 more play for Belgium here to try and put a silver lining on an otherwise dark cloud of a second half. Almond to Messerman, and she just had to score. Messerman up to 23 points after 29 yesterday. And Belarus will call a timeout as well, as they look for 1 final score in the last 6 seconds.
Great execution from Belgium. Will Belarus be able to do the same?
It's hard to predict the future, isn't it? But you know that each and every point could prove pivotal.
Yeah, with a group like this, you know, it's almost certainly, especially with the results today, going to come down to a tiebreaker somewhere. So the tiebreakers are really important, whether it's a head-to-head result against an opponent, or if it's more than 1 team in a tiebreaker. That could be the difference between, you know, winning the group, coming 3rd, being 2nd, or being out. So it really is, every basket counts.
Did you pack your calculator ready for Sunday?
I have to buy one. They're in Belgrade ahead.
Pressure time to come. Pressure time here already to a certain extent in terms of this final possession for Belarus. Fans certainly enjoying the occasion, and so too Alex Bentley. What a recovery after 4 points yesterday. And Bentley was 2 of 12 from the field. 19 points today off 5 of 8 shooting from downtown. Veromienko with 15 points off 6 of 11 shooting. Bentley will inbound. Snitsina coming to retrieve it. Takes on the 3. Snitsina doesn't go down. And that will do it. Belarus up and running at EuroBasket 2019. And they get up and running by beating one of the tournament favourites. A tremendous first win for Belarus to really put themselves back in contention in the group as they hand Belgium their first defeat. A huge second half performance, holding Belgium to just 26 points over quarters 3 and 4.
Really impressive performance from Belarus. We saw the defensive end yesterday, and today, you know, in that second half, they added some really important offense. Alex Bentley, the X factor that wasn't there yesterday, 19 points from her. Another strong one from Vermienka, but oh, look at those smiles from Belarus. You know, they won this game. Really good performance from them. I can see why they are so happy.
The final score, Belgium 61, Belarus 69. And those images tell the story. Plenty of support playing its part as well. And Belarus shaped the disappointment of last night's late defeat and provide a superb response here. There you see the numbers. Solid shooting from them, particularly from downtown, where they hit 10 three-pointers. 16 offensive rebounds, leading to plenty of second chance points and turnovers. Both teams protecting the ball fairly well. Belarus with one more, but because of those extra offensive rebounds, they have extra shots and extra possessions. Led by the 19 points of Bentley, Papova had 8 rebounds. And this time, a big performance from Emma Messerman for Belgium comes in defeat with 23 points and 9 rebounds. Belarus battled multiple players, had multiple steals. Vermienka with 2 steals along with 15 points and 7 rebounds. Snitsner with 9 points for the winning team as well. But look at that, Messerman and Mestad combining for 40, very little help. Plenty to come here in Group D. Serbia against Russia up next. It's been a pleasure having your company for this one. We'll see you later on for more action at the 2019 Women's EuroBasket.